arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Weaver. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Evans comes in motion right. So the D-line's going to spread out. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. The slot man in motion right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Throwing his car on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a handoff as they run left side. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And now here's a carry heading left. Dances by him. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
6-18.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. He'll return it from the 6. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Weaver dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Weaver forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff here to his running back. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now here's a carry heading left. And some strong running. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Down. Waiting. OP. Got four down. 5 down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. Avoids him at the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
On play action, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run here with Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In motion right is Evans. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. That also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now a handoff as they run left side. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Go Chiefs! That's the West.
Carr now on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go. 280. We're due. Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands so they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Malik McDowell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Bernard. And some space here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
29.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Weaver. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he gives this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down following the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
694.
Now Carr throwing on second down, looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with. they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 62 yards. They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expected. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this one through the uprights and good. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple.